This is a story for those who wish that they could truly read between the lines of the book they were reading and see the world of the story through the eyes of the author. For those who wish that they could make nonfiction from fiction. For those who wish that dreams were true. This is a story of a group of wayward friends who came together from the far reaches of two worlds to come together and to help make dreams reality. This is Hazeltown Story. Hello and welcome to episode 41 of Hazeltown Story. This is the 8th episode of the Tom's Diner arc. This is actually the finale of the Tom's Diner arc because you're getting the last session just in its entirety, just like the last one. In fact, this is actually the last episode of how we the old style of Hazeltown Story, which I am now back calling Hazeltown Story Prototype, which you might notice from the title is not just Hazeltown Story, it's Hazeltown Story Prototype, which is what I'm referring to quote-unquote Season 0 as. Last time we did more investigation, met some new friends that are interesting, and we're just continuing on into trying to figure out what the spying thing's going on, and we're gonna figure out what's all going on this time. So that's what's happening this one. And starting next episode, which we have the first recording session in the bag, you will see what's up with that. I don't really have anything else. The new system seems to be working fine, and that'll be you'll be able to hear that in 2 weeks, because the first episode will go up after that. So I don't really have anything else, so let's get on with the character introductions.
And I play Aria Stragelle. Pronouns are they, them. Very tall cat doctor / mortician who also has an otter familiar. Next.
Bob. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, I am Bobinator. I am playing Ferrus D'Ettero. That would be a he, him. He is a TV host for TV adventure survival program Whole Wild World, and he is currently here on location to change up the show a little bit.
All right, I'm Carnival. I'm playing Yuhar Govenin. They, them. They're a retired psychic pirate from the South China Sea.
I'm, of course, Deathmaster 780. I am playing Bobby, whose pronouns are he, him, the opposite of mine. Is a businessman of some sorts. He also has a guitar, and he's not afraid to use it.
I'm TorpidTypist. I'm playing Iravia, she, her. And she is basically a drifter who's good at 3 things: drinking, eating, and kicking ass.
Yes.
And has been staying here for the time being.
And now with that done, let's get on with the episode. It is still, it's around... Also, this has all happened in the same day, by the way. Just wanted to point that out.
Very busy day.
So it is around, say, I think 5:36-ish. And you all are in the open door kind of diner area. And you could probably choose where all you want to go.
So I guess at this point it's like, do we want to go in for go to the club now at this point, or do we want to wait a little bit later just to see if we need to get more time for people to get more crowded?
I would say we should wait a little while.
Ferrus will say we... Sorry.
We do.
Ferrus will...
have a couple more people.
You go first.
Yep.
All right, now I'm done.
Okay.
Ferrus will say that we should probably get there earlier than later so that we don't miss anybody who might come in.
I mean, we should probably actually get there late so there's nobody to deal with. Or at least, so we have to deal with the skeleton crew.
Yes.
Well, I thought we missed that opportunity was this morning.
I mean, you could do both.
I mean, look, Yuhar. I mean, late. Breaking and entering.
Again, you're right, but that would have, the way I've seen from what we heard earlier, that would have been 6 a.m. would have been our shot there.
What's stopping us?
Fair enough. We do have
Exactly.
I was gonna say
I'm going in late.
Okay. I mean, there is time in between. Do you want to also go in to see the performance, or do you want to just go in late?
Yuhar will go in just to scope out and get case the area to have it ahead of time.
As tempting as it is to heckle the comedian, Iravia could not give less of a shit.
Aria is a person of culture and will therefore attend the performance.
I'll go with them. I want to see the performance too.
And Bobby will stay in the restaurant with Iravia.
Just gonna loiter some more.
All right. So, is there anything you want to do while you're in, while they are going to the club? Is there anything that Bobby and Iravia that you want to do?
We've still got 2 people left to unaccounted for, so if Dolores or White Student shows up, we can cross them off the list, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, let me take a look-see at my. Let me take a look-see at my thing. Do I probably
That
should.
said, if any of them do come through, we should probably do that first.
Yes, but I just need to check something real quick. Do I have it here? Or no, I don't. I'm trying to remember where I put everything. It is right here. Okay,
The
dokie.
answer is in the trash.
I just wanted to make sure that I got. Yeah, I have a consistent with the notes that I gave you. Okay. All right. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had everything was matching what I've given you. Okay. So if that case, if both Bobby and Ravia that you two are standing or staying in the cafe while this is going on, I am going to do that first.
Yeah, it's nice. I appreciate it for reasons. But also I do like the image of just an ever increasing number of just empty out glasses from various milkshakes.
Yes.
Aravia's
Okay.
tried everyone on the menu at this point.
Yes. Okay, let me just conjure up what I want to have happened. Okay. We are going to okay. So do me a favor and roll either Aravia or Bobby roll a percentage die.
I want to do it. Let me do it. I want to do it.
Go for it, champ.
27. Let's do this.
All right. So you are sitting, or as you kind of sit there, you see there are multiple. As it's dinner time, so you see plenty of people going back and forth in the cafe. Roll a actually no. Actually, I'm going to do it like this. As you kind of are sitting there, you kind of are keeping an eye on the people that are coming in and out of the restaurant. You see one of the people on that you happen to notice someone kind of walk in. Someone very stately. A wolf lady with bright white fur in a very smart dressed business suit, walking in with a briefcase, and she sits down at a open booth.
You want this, Bob, or should I take it? I'll take that as a yes.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I missed
okay.
something interrupted me. What happened?
So you, as you're both kind of keeping an eye on the cafe, you see a kind of slightly larger than a normal, the average person, wolf lady with white fur. Looks like she is around her early 30s, dressed very smartly and carrying a briefcase.
All right.
And she is sat down in a booth by herself.
All right.
That's what I was asking. If you want to give this a go, or should I?
Bobby will straighten his tie and says, "I'll handle this one."
Yeah, as much as I love to talk to her, she seems like your kind of stuff.
All right. Also, as he gets up, Bobby will grab the one of the salt shakers off the table
Okay.
and unscrew the top
Okay.
and just quickly dump it out on the floor.
Okay.
Then replace the top and head over to the ladies' table.
Yeah, that's a waste. Why would you do that?
As you do this, the assistant that you met earlier, that had come to you on, I think it was that came to you earlier in the day, is kind of looking at it and just kind of gives you just like a what, and then just kind of ignores it.
Honored guests.
Someone else will have to clean that up. Not them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how do you approach the booth?
Bobby just casually approaches the booth with the empty salt shaker in hand and says, like, "Pardon me, ma'am. Do you mind if I borrow your salt? Mine seems to be a bit empty."
She kind of looks at you, kind of as a, like, just kind of goes and just like, oh, and she just kind of looks as like, oh, sure, and just hands you her salt shaker.
Bobby takes them and says, "Thank you, ma'am." And just all right. Did she have like anything out on the table, or is she just like papers and whatnot, or is she just eating?
Right now she is just eating. She just has her briefcase by her.
All right. Anything visible on the briefcase?
It just looks like a normal briefcase.
Yes. Yeah, Bobby, he kind of slightly turns to go, then looks at her again and says, "Pardon me, ma'am. Do I know you from somewhere?"
She just goes, I'm kind of from out of town, so it'd be very interesting if you did.
We're out of town, perhaps.
Up north, Nova Britannia, to be specific. I'm here on business.
Oh, Narf.
Business, you say?
That's correct.
What kind of business, if you don't mind me asking?
Import to export.
That might explain it then. I'm quite heavily involved in some import and export.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, I transport goods for people and for my own company. Perhaps you've heard of me. He pulls out a business card and hands it to her.
She takes the card and just kind of looks at it and just kind of ponders for a moment and then just kind of puts the card away. So, Mr. Bob, what exactly do you do? Mr. Bobby, what all do you do?
Oh, I'm involved in many business ventures. I own a few businesses such as a hunting store, a junkyard, and a restaurant on the north side of town.
Oh, interesting. What all do
You cut out there.
what all do you do there?
Oh, well, many things. I've got hunting stores, sells many top range products. The restaurant, of course, is some fine burgers. Much, much better than this place. I just waves a hand dismissively at the restaurant.
Interesting. You say you have a hunting store. Do you sell firearms by any chance?
Oh, yes, I do, ma'am. Can't really do much hunting without some firepower.
You got guns, kid?
She just kind of ponders for a moment. It seems like she's kind of lost in thought for a moment. She goes, interesting. How's business?
Oh, quite well. Very, very well.
My husband does a lot of hunting, so maybe I should check out your store.
Oh, you most certainly should.
Interesting. I'll have to stop by.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing you there, ma'am.
Yes. Hopefully, if I'll have to take a look.
Yes. What's your name, by the way? Didn't catch that.
Name's Dolores. Dolores Claire.
Well, Dolores Claire, I look forward to seeing you later.
Yes, it'd be a pleasure.
All right. Then Bobby walks away with the salt shaker.
All right. All right. What do you want to do after that?
Bobby will just sit down at the table and say to Iravia, well, I don't know if she's involved in anything, but she was quite interested to hear about my firearms.
You know that's a red flag. I'm just saying. I don't know if I trust her. What was her job?
What was it?
No, I was talking about B. So what was her
Oh.
job?
She says she's involved in import-export.
Oh, I'm looking for guns, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sounds on the level. All right.
Bobby just kind of smirks and says, yeah, sure.
It definitely checks out. Everyone who needs a gun for this sort of no, it's perfect. It's perfect. I don't see the problem.
Bobby has no idea what Iravia is talking about. Wink, wink.
Part of me wants to go harass her now. She's still at the table.
Bobby hands Iravia the empty salt shaker.
Why?
Well, she needs one back at some point.
Okay. Did you lift her? Did you lift her salt?
I didn't lift it. She rather politely gave me this one. He waves the whole salt shaker.
Just genuinely debating harassing her, just sitting here and waiting for things to play out.
Bobby just shrugs and says, do whatever you want.
Yeah, okay, I'll just lay on the Iravia charm. Iravia's gonna get up and go to her table.
All right. How do you saunter to the table?
Take the salt shaker.
I have the salt shaker. Why do I need the salt shaker?
Conversation starter.
Okay, well, I'll take the salt shaker, sure. I'll humor Bobby.
I'm back. I'm sorry about that.
All right.
Waltz.
Oh, I was going to say, you're going to waltz over to the table.
I'm waltzing on over.
All right. So at this point, Dolores has finished her meal. Is just about to open her briefcase. And as you walk by,
Just gonna look at her and just go, "You got anything good in there?"
Excuse me.
Hi, I need some salt. You got any?
No, I just gave my salt shaker to the man in the tan suit over there.
Oh, the greasy-looking guy.
Now Bobby's not greasy.
No, but it's like a spiritual. It's a metaphorical grease. Just sleaze, pure sleaze.
I think it's dealing with the fast food.
By the way, that's what I ask her.
But I mean, I guess.
Look at him. He's like just pure sleaze.
I guess.
Did he give you his business card?
She just kind of is trying to think of what to say. It's like, can I help you?
Yeah. Mind if I sit here?
Yes.
Sure.
Ah, thanks. Really need a nice place to sit down.
Yeah, I guess.
Anything fun in the briefcase?
Nothing real. It's a lot of trade reports, international trade reports. So no, it's not anything interesting.
Oh, that sounds incredibly boring, actually.
It requires a particular taste, I'll admit.
Is it masochism?
Sure, let's go with that.
So what do you do for a living?
I work for an advisory panel for import and export.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Okay. It sounds like a hoot.
I guess. You just see her just being more and more like wondering what the hell you're up about.
Got any hobbies?
I like to watch TV.
Oh, what kind of shows?
She lifts off some period appropriate TV shows that were popular of the era.
Am I close enough to listen to her?
You're gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is still in the cafe.
All right, I'm going to be listening very closely.
You're not
Oh.
here.
You're
Yeah,
not
I
there.
thought-
Yeah,
You,
Bobby,
you
you
came with us to watch the show, remember?
I'm sorry, La.
Yeah, you're listening
ahead.
to the show very intently. It's fine.
Sorry, never mind.
It's all
Don't worry
good.
about it. So yes, she just lists off some shows. They are all relatively popular and nothing obscure.
Didn't really strike me as the type for sitcoms.
Big Sanford and Son fan.
Exactly. Really TV, that's all.
Can I help you with something in particular?
I just want to have a conversation. I want to learn about you. You seem absolutely lovely. A bit stiff, but lovely.
And she just kind of gets us like, I actually, she looks at her watch. I apologize. I have to get going. Actually, I didn't realize what the time was.
What's in the briefcase?
Nothing of your concern.
What's in the briefcase?
She gets up and starts to
Aravia goes to snatch the briefcase.
she also
Time to cause a scene. What's in the briefcase?
nothing of your concern.
What's in the briefcase?
Hmm.
Thought it was just trade reports.
It is, but it's also my trade reports, and I really don't appreciate other people looking at it.
Imports and exports, eh?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And you want guns, eh?
He's like, I happen to look. My husband enjoys hunting, and I would like to see seeing how prices are over here.
Over here, eh? Where are you from?
I am from Nova Britannia.
Who are you now?
At this point, you have people are starting to look.
Bobby's sitting in the booth smoking a cigar, shaking his head at this.
No, that's the idea, is nobody cares about Bob B. What's in the briefcase?
Trade reports, you can open it up and look for yourself.
Okay. Aravia just jerks the briefcase away and goes to open it.
She looks in and there's trade reports.
Can I parse any of it?
Let me take a look. Let me just figure out how you're going to do this. Oh, that's the wrong site. Oh, crap. I just closed it. No, I didn't do. Where are
Also,
you?
look, it'll be a cold day in hell when Aravia doesn't cause a scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's going to be knowledge, which I don't think it matters which one I say because it's going to be a one green anyway.
Hey, it could work.
Roll a. Okay, let me figure out what's the names again. I think it's whatever the 3 purple. Roll a hard knowledge check, which for you is 1 green die all the way down.
Wish me luck, everyone. Oof.
You take a look at the reports, and they look like trade reports to you. You do not see anything that is noteworthy or anything. For the record, you rolled 3 failures and an advantage.
And it's just paper the whole way down, right?
It is just a bunch of paper.
No false bottom?
No. That is, you know what, actually?
Roll.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, roll perception. Roll a no, okay, hold on. Let me double check. Daunting? Yes, roll a daunting, as in 4 purples.
You can spend a. I say you could go ahead and spend a story point.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So I'm down. Let's do this.
Okay, so you are rolling perception. So you're rolling 2 yellows against 4 purple.
Yeah, and also once again I use a story point, so I don't.
That is
forgot how to
with.
mark that down.
That is with. Right. Yep.
Okay. Everyone ready?
So that's now
Yep.
we'll make sure that's 2 yellows and a green now.
No, because it's
No, it was originally yellow and a green.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so everyone ready?
uh-huh.
Buckle in, baby. Oof.
You roll 2 failures and a threat. You do not find any sort of false bottom.
Damn. No false bottom, so she is packing cake.
So you go through it and you cannot find anything of note.
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna toss the briefcase and walk away.
What?
Papers everywhere.
Wow.
Okay. As that happens, you see at this time, Tom had come out of his office and just kind of watched the entire thing go on. And as he was watching, it was just kind of like chuckling because he's like, okay, they must be doing something. Because he recognized, because he was one of the ones that gave you the name. So he realizes that he needs to actually do the proper thing and just walks over and helps pick up. And you just barely hear the conversation they have. You can tell that Dolores is very irritated at the moment.
Also, do I pass Tom on the way out?
No.
Damn.
Bobby, after Aravia throws the briefcase and walks off, will walk back over with the full salt shaker.
Part of okay, I was tempted to just. No, I shouldn't say anything to Bob B because that would blow Bob B's cover. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're still picking up the papers, aren't they?
I mean, they are. Except you also, well, okay. Because I was wondering, is because you implied stuff that Bobby gave, or like during their conversation, that she might have figured you two were together, but technically, you could have just observed the entire thing.
We were speaking out of volume loud enough to overhear.
Yeah, Bob B's not exactly quiet.
Fair enough.
Nope.
Okay, so yes, you can go over and help, or go over there.
Yeah, I'll be able to set the salt shaker on the table and say, "Oh my, a lot has happened since I borrowed this."
You can tell Dolores is very irritated and does not say anything, just kind of looks at you, and you can tell that she is very pissed.
Bobby will help pick up the papers.
Okay. I guess it's like Tom was like, don't worry, don't worry about your bill, it'll be on the house. And she just kind of gives like a kind of a look and just kind of nods and then walks away.
As she walks away, Bobby says after her, "Might I suggest checking out my burger place next time? We will never allow something like this to happen there."
She just kind of shoots you a look and then just walks past.
Bobby watches her go and then turns to Tom and says, "So what'd she do to you?"
I'm in what way?
That's a lot of harassment to just stand by and do nothing with, if you are trying to solve a mystery.
Well, I figured you've been around all day. Maybe you might have figured out that she was maybe one of the people that put those bugs there.
To be determined.
Yeah, also don't trust those business types.
Bobby just straightens his tie and walks back to the booth.
As you go, Tom goes, "Hey, wait," and he kind of gives you the kind of come here real quick thing.
Bobby walks back over.
So have you figured anything out?
We figured several things out, but we don't know who planted the bugs.
Yeah.
We do know where the signal was going, though.
Oh?
Oh yes, there was a receiver in a bookstore across the way in the mall. Actually, I suppose while I have you here, do you know a mouse lady by the name of Marcy? About mid-20s, brown hair.
I mean, it doesn't really ring a bell.
Well, she was the one operating the receiver device.
Well, hope you find something.
I hope I find something too.
All right. So,
Check the table.
yep, and Tom just kind of walks back to his office. Is there anything you wanted to do after that?
No.
All right. I guess
I'm
that
glad
is.
I don't need to pay for any of those milkshakes or that food.
I mean, he knows who ordered them. You got a tab.
It's not like Ravia's ever going back there.
Well, we'll see. So,
Hmm.
Well, Iravia will just bill it to Therad as an expense report,
yes.
or more accurately, bug Elmis into doing it.
Yes. All right. I guess that is probably good with the diner at the moment.
It's fucking great.
So that leaves Aria, Ferrus, and Yuhar, who are going to the Thousand Voices Club at around 7. Like it's a little bit after like 7:30ish, so it's like an hour after. But you've decided to come a little bit early.
Yep.
As I say, it's after that scene. Aria and Ferrus, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. So you all walk. So I think you all walk in together.
Sounds right.
Yeah, sounds fine.
Okay. So you see that her set is going to be in that big kind of ballroom area that you had been in earlier. That's right kind of in the center that has a lot of seating areas, and it's kind of partly a restaurant.
Her being the comedian that.
Yes, the comedian is performing.
Okay.
In the big kind of ballroom area that's on the first floor. So if you were going to go get a seat for her, you would have to go in and find a table.
So Yuhar's gonna turn to the other two and just, all right, you guys have fun. I'm gonna case the exits. So meet you in about. It's a comedy set, so hour to hour and a half. When she finishes, we'll meet up back here.
All right,
And
sounds good.
I will say that sounds good.
Yuhar heads off to start just looking around the area, getting a good look of the building's design and everything.
Are there tables set up around the in front of the stage?
Yes, there's a
All right.
bunch of tables.
I pick a table that has kind of like the best view of the entire area.
Okay. Let's say that there are some tables that are to the side that are kind of, if let's just say that there is like, because there is the bar that's kind of wrapping around, there is a partially elevated portion that's off to the side that has a view of the stage, but also is slightly above all the other tables.
Right.
So you can, it's kind of the side, so it's not super close, but it is, it's not like an ideal seat, but it's not terrible either. So there is an open table over there.
I guess we'll just sit at a nearby table where we can actually see everything. Just sit down. At least that's what I'll do.
Okay,
Yep.
so all right, you'll be at kind of the elevated table, and Ferrus, you'll be at kind of a closer one.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Okay, let's see. How do I want to do? So when you're thinking exit, so are you going into that room at all? Yuhar.
No, because it's too many people are still around. This is just getting an idea of where all exits and entrances are for the buildings, or in case things get loud, we know where to break things.
So right now you can tell that there is just kind of going in, the main entrance of the area is, or the main entrance of the building is out the front. As you kind of walk along, you actually can't find any other exit that's not behind a employees only area. There is one that you try and like go, because basically on the first floor, the entirety of the building is basically this it's basically the lobby and this kind of large seated area. If you go upstairs, you will see that there are some fire escapes to the side, but they're just some like scattered. There's like two for, let's say that this building is about 4 stories tall. There is about 2 on each, or there's about 2 if you look at the map. And let me bring that up real quick. On actually either side, there are about there are like exits to 2 fire escapes on either side, on each of the floors, that lead all the way to the roof.
All right. Are the fire escapes like keyed to any like alarm or anything?
Yes, they are. Basically, you only want to open them if there is a fire.
Okay, so that's noted for later. So yeah, just keep calling up the floors, avoiding people as much as possible.
Okay.
And
yeah, and as you go up, you don't see anything real notable, because a lot of it is like, okay, it's like, if you think about like going in a movie theater, it's like there's just like it's hallways leading to auditoriums. Each of those have like a little back area for like setup, and then like the actual stage.
Okay, so the only one is that one mysterious door is the only thing that's like super out of place then?
The mysterious door, you actually, without going into the center area, you actually can't find any place that actually would match where that is.
Interesting. So again, as Yuhar will then start heading after they finish the whatever the final floor is, they'll head back down and just basically message the map over to Aria and Ferrus, and then slide in to take a wall side look at I forget her name, but the comedian's Daisy's set.
You can tell also by the advertisements there, her full name is Daisy Barker.
What a dumb name.
What kind of comedy does she do?
She is kind of she does like she does set of like a character. She's a character comedian, does voices.
Gross.
Ah, okay.
The lowest form of comedy.
No, the lowest form of comedy is ventriloquism.
I thought it was puns.
No, puns are glorious and god tier, and you're garbage if you don't like them. But anyway.
So she's doing impressions. Is she doing anyone I know?
Not so much impressions. She's doing like character bits. Like she's like playing as character. Like, okay, you know who Lily Tomlin is?
Not really.
Okay. Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin.
Yeah, she was the voice of Miss Frizzle on Magic School Bus, but she was a notable comedian during the 70s who had like characters like I forgot what her name was, but the telephone operator lady. But basically she is very similar to her.
Okay.
I get you mean, I think.
And then also in between does some stand-up bits that are just kind of observational humor.
Okay, that's actually the lowest form of comedy.
Every form of comedy is the lowest form of comedy to you.
You can only have one lowest form. It's the est of the word. Anyway,
No, you see, it's like tiers of lowest.
Yeah, it's like a tier list. Yes.
I know like a tier list.
Anyway, you can tell that as she's not quite on there. Like you're like let's just say about like 30 minutes early. It's not packed. Like there are people who are like coming in, but it's nothing that's like, it's not like a packed house.
So again, a good turnout for a local comedian, but a good turnout for a comedian that's not like a super famous George Carlin or
Yes,
Richard Pryor, but it's
yes, it's not. Yes, it is not that huge.
yeah. So
So are you in the kind of area yet, or are you still kind of casing the joint?
I'm still casing, but at this point, I'm just looking around at the actual where we're going to be breaking and entering for. So looking at that room, seeing where the exits are, where cameras might be now.
Okay. As you kind of walk around, you see that Ferrus and Aria have taken their seats. As you kind of walk around, you kind of go towards. You just kind of are walking around, and as you kind of approach a back-seated area, which is also slightly raised, you hear a voice call out, "Well, hey there!" And so, what do you do?
Turn around and look to see who it is.
You see, seated at a table, you see Sarah and Rhapsody, both sitting at a table.
I'll just go ahead and walk over. Hello.
Sarah will just say, "Now, what exactly are you doing?"
Casing.
She just kind of laughs. Was like, "Not exactly hiding it, are you?"
Look, if you would, this isn't something that's going to need stealth as a prerequisite. So you might as it doesn't matter so much if people see me looking around. Oh, I'm one rabbit out of how many lives in this country.
You hear Rhapsody giggle at that. She goes, Sarah is like, I suppose you have a point. Though, what exactly are you looking for?
So, main place here is that this is obviously there's something here that doesn't match the traditional floor plan. We've found something that's caused issues that's underground, but too many people here to actually do something fun yet. So, might as well see the place out, see where the fire escapes, all the other general exits are in case things get messy.
Sarah just kind of looks at you, just like, You know what? I see you got the point of my message across. As you kind of Sarah has a bag with her, and she has a index card, or just a blank index card, or pulls out a blank index card and pulls out a pen and just writes on it. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, on it, she writes a number, and that number is 246584.
Okay, I was gonna play. Okay, got it.
She slides that towards you and is like, I figure might as well just skip the games and just kind of go over to what this is all about. You're gonna need that number.
Thanks. Cool. That
Also,
saves this place property damage.
also, you're about, say, 4 hours early.
Oh, yeah, that figures. This was it's better to look around when there's a bunch of people.
At this point, Rhapsody is just kind of looking confused about what's going on with Sarah. And Sarah just kind of goes, "Well, you see here, you're about to find something interesting." So she looks like she's about to say something and just says, "You know what? I'll let you find out on your own."
That's fine. It's always more interesting without spoilers. It's not like it's a movie.
Sarah just goes, "Indeed."
Thanks for the help.
And she goes, "Also, do me a favor, roll a percentage die."
All right.
Wait. Okay.
Success.
I feel like I actually have to give it to you on that one. That's not how I was going to operate it, but I feel like if you roll a 1 on a D100, I have to give it to you.
I feel
Nice.
like fail like spectacularly.
I mean, this is just a whether or not something happens, but I'll let it happen. She also just kind of like puts a finger up to her lips and points at a table that's very much to the side. And you kind of take a look, but at the table, you find a man who is sitting there all by himself. That basically he is a thin man, looks like he's in his 20s, very shaggy hair. Looks like he has ordered a very like some sort of soda drink. You can tell if it's just soda or if it's like rum and coke or something. And he is just kind of looking over. He has very shaggy hair. Looks kind of like a student. Very thin. And is like, if you're looking for, you were talking to people at the open door, correct?
Yeah, that's the bookstore, right?
No, that's the diner.
Ah, yes.
I was gonna say, that guy has been asking a lot of questions. So I think that guy over there might be kind of looking for something. I believe his name's Joseph. He's been hounding me a lot when I'm at the
Ah,
club.
Thanks. I'll
He's
keep an eye on him.
He's another student over in the university that something always bugged me about him.
Cool. I'll pay him a chat after the show. I don't want to give and interrupt anybody else's night too much.
Oh, and also she just says one last thing. And she kind of points at her head, like does a couple taps, and just shakes her head.
Fair enough.
She says, "It's not basically professional."
You're learning, or sorry, wait, out of character. What?
So basically, she kind of points at her head, shakes her head, and just basically she's signaling, "Don't go for a brain bore. He is a professional."
Okay.
Go for the brain bore.
No, it's like brain bore is only fun when it's like when you need to. It's like if we're going for a professional, there are other means that
Yuhar likes to pick on the 10-year-olds. Is basically what we're going on for.
Look, child soldier from the south, child soldier into a pirate in South China Sea.
Was
All
that
right.
Metal Gear Solid?
But so at this point, Yar's gonna ping Aria and Ferrus with that knowledge ahead of time and about the person's like, okay, you two head back after actually I'm gonna tail this guy. You two head back once this is over back to the open door and get Bobby and Iravia in.
Hello?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I'll ask Yuhar if they're sure they don't need us with them.
It'll probably go south, but I'm packing heat. That'll buy some time.
Please don't shoot up the place.
Look, I'm waiting till after everyone leaves to follow him.
Okay,
I'm just
fair
going to
enough.
look at Yuhar just kind of wide-eyed and ask them, they brought a gun?
Oh. Oh, that's right, you're new. You're gonna see some things. Don't worry about it.
And then I turn to Ferrus and I kind of pat at my breast pocket and go, I have a gun.
I'm just going to say very quietly and ask him that I'm the only one who did not bring a gun.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Aravia's favored weapon is the chair.
I will ask if I need to get a gun.
Probably not.
Personal preference, really.
Well, Ferrus will say that he's never shot anything but animals. He'd rather not change that.
It's not that much different, really.
Yeah, it gets easier.
He's just gonna just stare very concernedly at the both of them. I'm sorry to hold things up. I think I'm good now.
Oh, no worries.
No problem. But yeah, I think that's a good point to call the scene, though.
All right. So at this point, let's just say the set ends and it's around. So it started at 7:30. It's around 9:00 when the set ends, and everyone kind of disperses. There's no other sets for the at the end. The place closes at around 10 p.m. specifically, and it's around 9ish. So everything is kind of getting close to closing up. The open door itself also closes at around. It's getting close to closing time, but it also closes around 10 p.m.
It's 9. We entered here at like 5, 6. How long was that set?
I mean, it was like 6:30, or no, the set started at 7:30, I think.
Okay, so it's standard comedy sets about an hour to hour and a half tops.
Yep.
So that would be about 9:00.
Yep.
All right. So at this point, I guess I guess at this point we would have had enough time to like send a text to Bobby actually, then instead of needing you guys to go in.
Yeah.
Well, in that time while we were at the show, did we notice anything out of the ordinary, or notice any of the people on our suspect list?
Other than the guy that was pointed out,
Yeah.
no.
Because I think the guy that was pointed out was the last guy that.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess at that point, since it was just a set, I guess Yuhar went ahead and texted over the whole. We got the last guy. Get ready for interception.
I mean, I'll go with Yuhar on this. I would not really call it a stakeout, more of a tailing.
Yeah.
Figure the two of us can handle anything that happens.
Okay.
And I guess go with them.
All right. Bobby and Iravia, what do you want to do? There's also Iravia, where did you go after
I was gonna head out to the park. I can't go back there. I head out to the park and wait until night.
All right. You
Like late
kind.
night.
Yep. So while you are out there, you do not really see anyone that like. Actually, how about this?
Oh God.
As you're at the park, you happen to see someone who is just as you're kind of walking around, you see in the kind of part that wraps around the area. If I pull up the
I need the image.
picture, if you take a look at did I give you? Do you have the side stream up by any chance?
I have the mainstream up. It's fine.
Okay. So if you take a look and you see the kind of U shape of the park around the thing, in that U shape is a bunch of statues that are going about the history of the region. As you kind of are walking around, you do happen to see, looking at one of the statues, someone who matches that matches Bentley's description. Because I don't know if you saw him or not.
I don't think I did.
He is the poorly elk man, who you may or may not be a KGB operative.
Well, in that case, he's just looking at a statue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna wave him down. Just come on up to him and just go. So, hey buddy, what you reading about?
I'm just looking at the statues over here. Not super familiar with this area.
Same. Honestly, I haven't been here long either. Where'd he come from?
I come from Prosperity.
Okay. I mean, I can't really give you a good answer on my part. I don't really know where I come from.
He just kind of looks at you and just goes,
I've been on the road for as long as I can remember.
Sounds interesting.
Not as much as you might think. Granted, last country I was in didn't run me out, but I had to run out.
Oh, where was that?
The U.S.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I still don't know why they chased me down to this day.
Yeah, it's a strange place.
It is. Oh my God, is it? But I mean, honestly, everywhere I've been is strange.
Hmm.
Hey, have you ever seen a sylph?
You just kind of see I don't believe I have.
Huh? You're missing out. I've seen a lot of things in my time, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was the time I communed with a sylph. That was talk to. Commune is a word Yuhar would say. Whatever. Yeah, it was they're surprisingly talkative.
Hmm. Um.
No, no, there was the time I did talk to. Oh, okay. So first off, y'all discussed me in the chat. Uh, but go on, Rolo.
I didn't have anything to say.
Okay, so I mean, look, we both got our stories. You got anything? You can tell me any story? I mean, you look like you got some.
Not really. I'm just a stock trader.
Oh God, really?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. You loaded at least?
I'll do all right.
Eh. Yeah, I just do odd jobs firstly. A lot of like construction and bodyguard work up until recently, actually.
Hmm.
Stock trading though, really.
Yep.
How long you been here?
Uh, about a week or two.
Oh, really? Uh, one quick question: how long has the Tom's Diner thing been going on?
How? So, like, as in, like, what thing?
The bugs.
Uh, so the bug's probably a week.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'll take note of that. Mental note. So, honestly, I've never really looked up on the history of this place, personally.
Uh, well, kind of interesting. Basically, what I can gather, it's basically the Council of Seabear Nations. Basically, seems like it was a group of tribes that are indigenous to the region that have all kind of through various agreements have kind of come together. Which I mean, when you have the U.S. kind of bearing down your door, you have you have the when you got England knocking at your door, you kind of want to group up for that.
Yeah, I can't say I'm terribly fond of the English. Granted, it's been a long time since I was over there. It's been Aravia looks at her hands and just starts counting on her fingers. Just, actually, I don't fucking know. I lost count at 20 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Been a lot of places actually.
Hmm.
And
He I was say Bentley just kind of looking up, just kind of looking at the area.
so you just enjoy hanging around here at this time of day?
Yeah, I like to people gaze sometime.
Huh. Don't really do that personally. I'd rather just talk to him.
Oh,
For better or
I
worse.
can't say that I'm quite as forward.
You should give it a try sometime. It's great.
Hmm.
You been to that diner over there? Just points in the direction of the building.
Yeah, I've been in there a few times.
Oh, really? What do you think?
It's a quaint little place.
Is it quaint? Like, I don't know. It lacks a certain grunge to be a proper diner, in my opinion.
Well, I think they got that in there just because it's a kind of feel like they put that in there for the like the people from that are coming in here from like people places like Prosperity and like the U.S. and North Britannia. It's a place that's kind of suited to or I guess more European tastes.
I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying, if there isn't a threat of food poisoning, your diner ain't right.
Well, they kind of I guess with I guess.
Like, granted, I don't get food poisoning. I don't think I've gotten sick in a long time, actually. I don't. Just Iravia looks off in thought again, just trying to remember if she's ever gotten sick.
All right. Okay. Let's see. What are the rules for this again?
This
Okay.
is what happens when she thinks too hard.
Okay. Do a. All right. Wait, where the hell did your thing go? Okay. All right. Roll a daunting knowledge history check, which means you got a 1 green and a 1 black
And what, 4 purples?
and 4 purples.
Let's roll this, baby! Oof.
I mean, you only rolled 3 threats, so it actually was a technical failure. That you just kind of think about it and just like it's very cloudy. Just your memory is very cloudy. You don't get like knocked down or anything. It's just very cloudy. And you just kind of sit there for a little bit. And as you sit there for a little bit, Bentley walks away.
God damn it. Every time she tries to think.
Just sound of silence just plays in the background. Or no, not the piano version of Mad World.
Exactly, that's it.
All right. So they're your park adventure.
My park adventure.
Um,
I appreciate how much Aravia's tried to think this entire fucking arc and failed every time.
okay, moving on to as the night kind of goes on, you see a lot of more people like walk, like the park starts to light up, and like there is now more and more people as like the nightlife part of it starts to get more active. And so you're just kind of standing there. Bobby, what were you planning on doing?
Bobby just hung around at the restaurant until Yuhar texted him.
Okay. So what do you plan on doing?
Just going over to the club.
The Thousand Voices Club?
Yeah.
Okay. So also this you see if you're tailing that one guy, you see him just kind of sit there a little bit after the show and just kind of sit and just kind of watch around at the area. And Bobby, you get there, and I guess Aria would be the first one that you'd come across.
All right. Got the text. What's up?
Actually, how about Yuhar is the first person you come across?
Short version, got a lead. Well, lead less, more of someone pointed out to me the last guy on the list. Well, one of the white dude that we didn't have anything else really about. So I figure I'll also got a code for about. Sarah said 4 hours, so I guess that'd be an hour from now. You were
so ignore what she said. It's about I think like 11. Yeah.
Okay. So we got a code for when we go break in at around 11. Yuhar gives Bobby the pay sheet of the index card. I'm gonna go tail that guy. You want to join in case things get hairy?
Sure, why not? It's already been a hairy day.
Cool.
In case Yuhar noticed that Aravia is not there.
Yuhar is just at this point, Iravia doing her own thing is a kind of like, sure, why not?
Throw numb to it.
All right.
And
okay.
also, like, Yuhar knows that Iravia will head over to the club when we go for the break-in, so it's like they'll meet up then. So,
all right. So before we do actually anything else, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
So I'm gonna be real. I really don't know how to shoot somebody. I feel really bad if I did that.
don't worry, things should go fine.
Oh, that helps. Thank you.
And if they don't, 2 people have guns.
That doesn't help.
Like straight up, if we get in combat, there's other things you can do that won't directly need to harm a person. Everyone else in the party can absolutely do that for you.
Also, I I don't think I ever figured out my equipment because Lolo said, "Don't worry about equipment until we need it." I think.
Again, that's a worst case scenario where I really doubt it will get to that point.
All right.
Famous last words, but
Oh no, where were you when Lolo fucking died?
Lolo said he had to go for a bit, so like
Also,
Yeah.
part of that map looks like a cock and balls, and I will not hear otherwise.
Which
We all
part?
see what we want to see in things.
On the right, it's the large landmass altogether.
I guess.
All right. There we go. Okay. So with that, let's see. So were there any questions while I was out?
no.
No.
All right. Now that the four of you are at the club, how do you want to go about doing this?
Well, at this point, I figure just tail our mystery friend a bit before coming back to do the thing, since I would, like Yuhar even says, normally I would just say brain bore, but the same tip said that, oh, this guy's a professional, which means we need to do some prep work first.
Also, the brain bore is the last option.
I'm gonna look at Yuhar and ask what if I tailed them from the other direction, tried to flank them between us.
Give it a shot. It can't hurt too badly. So
I guess to be more clear about what I want to do, I guess if Yuhar and everyone else are following our guy from behind, I guess I'm going to try to go where they're going and try to, pin them, if that makes sense.
yeah, I follow.
Okay.
Now just think about breaking in.
All right. As the four of you kind of get together in the club, you start to see that he is leaving or getting up to leave the club. So what exactly do you do?
I guess I'm sorry, go ahead.
There's our target. Yuhar puts up the telepathic messaging network. Let's go.
I guess I will try to leave the club before they do and kind of hide where I can see where they're going.
All right. So you see him get up and I'll just do it like this. You see him get up and he leaves the club and he actually heads towards the park and sits on a bench. And he looks like he is waiting for someone.
I think we should hold back and wait to see if somebody else shows up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide behind a tree or something.
Yep, sounds good.
By the way, this is the same park that Iravia is sitting at, or was at.
Is Aravia within range for me to send a message to?
Yes.
All right, I'll just do a quick sweep, find Aravia, and just do a quick ping of, hey, here's a heads up of everything that's happened.
You could just text.
It's faster this way.
No, it isn't.
And it's also less likely to send up lights that will alert a person.
God, you disgust me.
You
just
gotta
look
stay
for
in practice.
reasons.
I didn't get my skills at this by just using the mundane solution.
By being sensible and respecting other people's personal space.
I am. I'm just sending you a message.
No, it's still not. Brain stuff is not personal space friendly.
Anyway, you got the location. There's the heads up. We got.
You should send them. I get knocked down, but I get up again via telepathy. Get stuck in their head.
See, what I was thinking of is you just send them a message saying that their vehicle warranty is actually just about to expire.
Look,
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma,
We're
you might be
calling about
entitled
your
to-
factory warranty.
look.
As I said,
You only would do that does that to his to their sister-in-law. That's all they would. That's the only person they would do that to.
if you or a loved one has mesothelioma, you might be entitled to financial compensation.
Look, it's the 70s. They don't know about it. Actually, they might know about the dangers of asbestos.
Oh, okay, but do they at least still have life alert at this point? I forgot how long that commercial ran for.
I'm pretty sure it's not 70s, but who knows?
It is. I'm sure it was at least 80s though.
probably.
Either way. Also, Yuhar knows that Aravia could beat the shit out of them.
Yeah,
Fully will. That's the important thing, everyone. That is why you don't fuck things up.
Yeah.
There's a perfectly fine working relationship going on here
This is your final call about your factory warranty.
that hinges on mutually assured destruction.
Yeah. So you see the guy just kind of sit in the park. Specifically, he's also looking at the library. Like it's at a bench at the kind of face of the library.
I mean, the only thing we can really do is just wait and see what happens.
yeah, we're gonna just wait and see it basically before wait for a bit until it's time to go break into the club itself, unless someone else wants to break stealth, do something.
No.
All right. So you all are kind of hidden from view in various spots. You do see after he's been waiting for about 15 minutes, you see someone come up and join him. And that someone is Dolores.
Hmm.
All right. Is there any way we can get in on their conversation?
Man, it wouldn't be awful if Aravia walked by at this point.
Probably.
Guess Lola.
So,
well, regardless, Aravia's plan anyway was to inch closer to the meeting while looking at the statues to pretend she actually gives a shit.
okay.
So this will still be awkward anyway.
All right. So you can tell that they are having a conversation. Like as you can kind of get together, you can tell that they know each other. You can see, if you're not listening in, you can kind of see that they are pointing in various directions of the building, specifically to the library, the Dancing Queen, the Thousand Voices Club, and to the restaurant.
All right, I'm gonna try and get a good listen in.
I will cover them.
I will just skulk a little bit closer.
Is still making her way downtown.
Running fast.
Okay. I'm just trying to think. So do me a favor. So let's see. Was it Bobby or not Bobby? Ferrus and Yuhar, you both are walking by, or you're trying to get closer in.
Just close enough to start hearing what they're saying.
Yeah, like I said, I want to say like behind a tree or anything like that that's nearby.
Do me a favor and both of you roll perception. And we're going to make this a hard perception, so a 3 purple.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
Okay, so Carnival, you rolled two advantage. However, Bob, you rolled 3 success and 2 threats. So Yuhar, you don't hear anything, or you hear that they're having a conversation, but you can't tell what. Bob, what you can tell is that you can tell that you can hear that they are talking specifically about they're talking a lot about the Dancing Queen. Like you can tell that Dolores is like, okay, I'm pretty sure I have found something at the Dancing Queen. And the other person who, by conversation, you hear the name Joseph show up, or every once in a while, you hear the library. You hear the names, or like the library mentioned. You also hear the open door mentioned. You also hear, but you don't hear. You hear the Thousand Voice Club mentioned a couple times, or like once, but it's not really made clear. You can definitely hear him talk about the library and the open door.
With the way our telepathy works, can I pass that to anyone else? Yeah.
So wait, so you don't have telepathy, correct?
Didn't you
Right,
say it was part of a network that I could hear?
Yeah, I
everything?
set up a network when we were going to do the spying thing just to keep in touch.
I
You
would
can do that?
so Yuhar, you can send messages there. No one else can
Okay.
send messages back.
Ah, okay.
You would need to be a telepath or some other way that would have telepathy to do that.
Well, at this point, I'm guessing that
I
At
guess
this
I have
point-
telepathy.
Let me check. Do
at this point I'll just send a message over to Ferrus of like, you hear anything? If you so, send me a text.
I'm gonna text them and relay back everything I've been hearing.
also, for the record, Arya does not have telepathy.
Okay, at that point it's like, this is I want to say we go loud, but it's like we don't have enough evidence yet.
I'm gonna text them and ask if we should split up and hit all those places they're mentioning, each of us.
And do what?
Yeah, we don't have enough. We don't know enough from what we just know they said they've been around, which doesn't give us enough to like.
Yeah, we don't have like a target for any of these places. We just have locations. We need to stick it through and get as much info off of them as we can.
Like if there was just one, I would say Iravia just grab one and we can just interrogate. But there's two of them, and that makes things a bit more complicated.
Well, how many of us are in the immediate area? We've got me, Ferrus, Yuhar, and Aravia, so that's 4. So we could.
We have
But-
Bobby as well, so
Oh, Bobby
would-
is with us. Yeah, we could easily overtake both of them.
I would also like to point out that you're in the middle of a public park.
Where
is
there are
also
other people. Also, Aravia is not there yet, as I said before. I'm trying to
So-
keep it from getting too terrible for you guys just yet.
So I would say there is also like around there you would also see people like you would see D-Pass people trying to there who might not know what exactly you're doing. So that would probably not be direct confrontation, especially armed confrontation, would probably not be the greatest idea.
yeah. So it's like again, instinct is like we should go loud, but it's like no, that's not the answer at this point.
I would say if you
um,
were somehow doing it in a scrying session, you could probably pull that off because you wouldn't get your ass shot. But
Yeah. So basically, our only method at this point is to stick it through and just listen to them.
Nemo,
I have
you're
an
about to
idea.
say? All right.
Bobby's actually going to give Toby a call.
all right. Okay, so you call him and he just picks up as a hello?
How fast can you get down to the park?
How fast do you need me?
Right now.
How much of me do you need?
Just you. I need you to talk to a certain person and get her out of the park.
Okay.
I need you to interrogate her about someone who happens to match Aravia's description who may have manhandled her earlier in the day.
Okay. I'll be right. I'll be down there shortly. Or I'll be down there as soon as I can.
Oh, huh. I thought you were just gonna have Toby just say pick them both up one.
Well, no, we still need the kid to see what the kid's up to. So at least we can divide and conquer this way.
Fair enough.
Okay. So that you place a call.
Yeah.
It would take about 10 minutes for it to get there, so you have some time.
All right.
So they continue to have their conversation because they are in a relatively like public park, so like their conversation is kind of somewhat obscured by just the sound of what's going on.
All right.
Is there anything else you'd want to do?
No.
Okay. So as you all are standing there, about 10 minutes later, you get a call that that basically is like, all right, I'm I'm here.
All right. Bobby will head over to wherever and meet up with Toby.
Let's just say he's in front of the welcome center, which is like right nearby.
Howdy, officer.
All right. So what exactly? Who do I need to do? Also, have you found anything?
Claire's description and where she is, or not? Yeah, Dolores Claire's.
Yep.
That's partially right. And tells her where he is. It says, and tells her to ask her about Iravia manhandling her earlier in the day, and also mentions that about Dolores meeting with Joseph that they might be up to something.
Do we at least
All right.
do we tell Toby about we found a transceiver though too? Just
He already knows about that, I think.
Yeah, that I'm pretty sure.
the one we found in the bookstore. Even I forgot if we told him about that one or not.
I know he talked about I know you gave it to Radio.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
didn't talk to Toby about it.
All right.
We just took it to Radio to figure out what we could from it.
For what?
The transceiver that was at the
Black
bookstore.
box.
Yeah, no, that's specifically we took to radio.
Okay, so yeah, we might want to just bring Toby up to speed on that, though. Definitely.
Was Radio able to identify it?
It would take. It's going to take overnight to do it.
Okay.
So Toby is like, at the bookstore. Well, I guess I can go talk to her about that. And he starts to walk away. He's like, and he just kind of looks around. He's like, did the Iravia thing actually happen? You know what? I know the answer, and just walks away.
Bobby says, just pretend that she's a dangerous criminal you're after.
You just hear him go, uh-huh. And then
Bobby just smirks as he walks away.
So at that point, you see Toby, who is still in like a uniform that he can be identified as a member of DPAS. That you see him walk up to her. And you can all see this from the side. He's like, he kind of signals that he wants her to kind of like walk to the side, and then you kind of see her kind of brush it off, and then Toby insisting, and Toby eventually then is able to pull her to the side to talk to her about it. And you see Toby and her having they go to a corner of where the statues are, and they have a discussion about it.
All right. Nice move, Bobby. That's just one person left.
Yeah, what does Joseph do when Toby showed up?
He just kind of looks over and just kind of buys it. You see him, he has a little knapsack, backpack kind of thing, that you see him just kind of pull out a book and just read. Because there's lights by the benches that he could read. Because it is starting to get a little dark out. But the area is plenty lit.
My first thought would be either Ferrus or Bobby approach, just because they're the two that, Aria, either Aria too, just one of the actually talky people go and try and talk to him instead of either Yuhar or Iravia, who has Iravia arrived yet, or is she still off?
I don't know, I'm fucking shocked at how fast Toby got there.
All right, so you're saying you want me to run a distraction?
I think at this point you might just want to go over and strike conversation.
It's more talk to just actually start interrogating.
Bobby will do it.
Also, at this point, just for point of record, I imagine as Iravia is doing that she is humming the Pink Panther theme to herself.
No.
Okay, so is Bobby or Ferrus that's going to do it?
So let me be clear real quick. Do you want a distraction or interrogation? Because those are different things.
I don't know if technically interrogation of the two, but I don't think it's going to be a super hard interrogation. This is just going to strike conversation.
Yeah, I was just going to go talk to him.
So who's doing it, you or me? Because I can go either way.
I'll leave it up to you.
From a purely mechanical standpoint, if you want to go that route, once Genesis Emporium stops being shit, I think from what we got, I would imagine that Bob B might be the better of the two. Let me just go check. Man, this website's really sluggish. Yes.
I guess Bobby can go if he wants. It's just that I haven't done a lot of talking this session. I felt kind of bad.
Actually, sure. At that case, if we're just talking, then I guess actually, yeah. How about Ferrus? How about you go ahead and talk to him?
All right, so I guess I'll just kind of just stroll up to them very casually and just kind of look around and just try to act like I'm supposed to be there. See if
Okay.
they notice.
He just kind of looks like he's in his book at the moment.
Can I see what he's reading?
You can. It's a paperback. It's a paperback. Like it looks like a paperback. It's not anything that's like, it's not like a notebook or anything. It is just a like airport rack paperback.
I guess I'll just look over at him and just say I'm sorry to bother him, but I'm curious what he's reading.
Oh, he's like, oh, it's just some. It's just some novel I picked up, like I just at the bookstore, and it was cheap. So,
I guess I'll ask if it's any good.
it's all right.
I guess I'm gonna ask him if he's from around here because I'm maybe kind of give him a little bit of a smile, tell him I'm a little bit of a tourist myself.
He just goes, well, I'm here. I'm going for a doctorate. At he kind of points in a direction. He's like, yeah, one of the big universities over the bridge or on the island. So, yeah, currently working on my doctorate.
Doctor in what exactly?
For the record, this pause is me trying to think of something, not him. Doctor Chemistry.
Add a character real quick, just as a reminder. What are we trying to figure out from this guy? Just so I don't go too far off the rails.
Why he's here and what is he doing?
Okay. So I guess I'll ask him if that book is studying. Is he studying for chemistry right now from that book?
Well, if anything, I'm studying if it's how not to write chemistry in a book. Chemistry's all wrong in this.
So I guess I'll ask him why he's not over at school right now. Have they not let in anyone yet?
I was gonna say it's pretty late, so class isn't in session. So I'm just enjoying the city.
I think what to say here. Just by himself? He's just sitting there by himself all night? Oh wait, Dolores is still with him, right?
No, Dolores is getting interrogated by Toby.
Okay. So he's just going to sit there by himself all night, that's what I'm going to ask.
Well, I was going to just kind of sit for a little bit. Probably not too much longer.
I guess I'll ask if he's heading home after that.
Yeah, I'd probably go back to my apartment on the island.
Trying to think of what else here. I'm sorry, I'm speaking off the top of my head here.
That's fine.
I guess I'll ask if he lives around here, because this seems like a pretty nice area to live in.
Nope. I kind of have an apartment on the island with all the schools and the research areas.
I guess I'll be supposed to ask what he does for a living, unless he's a student.
Right now, I just occasionally do, maybe a little bit of teaching assisting, but mostly just currently trying to get my doctorate.
Out of character, I think about out of things to ask him, unless I'm missing something very obvious.
I mean, I don't know what to ask him.
All right. Well, I mean, we know where he lives now. We know what he's doing, as far as I can tell. I mean, he lives near the school, and he's just waiting for just reading his book. That's all I can gather from him right now, unless there's something you want to tell us.
I mean, that's what he's saying.
I guess can I like try and figure out if he seems like he's telling the truth?
Yes, you can. That would, I believe, be. I want to say it's vigilance.
Yes.
This one's for perception, I'm not sure.
That would be vigilance.
Okay, let me try that.
So let's see what that is. I'm gonna go make that a hard, which is 3 purple.
Can I flip a story point and get something from that?
Sure.
All right, what does that give me again?
So it makes. Hold on, let me get your. So what is your dice pool for?
1 yellow, 1 green.
So that would be 2 yellows. So your
Okay.
roll would be 2 yellows and 3 purple.
You think that'll be enough, or what do you think from
I mean,
you guys?
That's fine.
Yeah,
Go to
that's
shot.
Dang.
So you did not. So you rolled 3 advantage, which you can't really tell if he's lying or not. You do get a sense that there is a candor to his voice that seems like it might not be accurate, but it you cannot tell whether or not it is accurate or not.
What do you mean? Like, does he have a weird accent or something?
Well, no, it's just more that he's like talking a very about face voice, like a very okay, like just some random person approached him, essentially.
Oh, that sounds pretty normal. So, I'm gonna ask if I can like sit near him.
He just kind of goes at. I mean, I guess you can.
All right. At this point, I'm gonna sit down, get my phone out, and just kind of text everybody else that I can't seem to figure anything weird from this guy. He seems pretty normal to me.
Like, I don't want to push Brainboard luck because we got the heist to do later. So if Bobby or Aria wants to try and
I have an idea.
All right.
So I'm not going. Bobby's going to go nearby him, but is not going to sit next to him. He's just going to like sit nearby him and just wait for Dolores to come back. Just sit around enjoying his cigar.
All right. So I guess Ferrus, you're just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Did anyone else want to do anything?
nah, because I'm not gonna go for a braid bore here.
Okay. So at this point, you see you see Toby and Dolores kind of like you see Dolores walk back, and Toby just kind of walks also away, but in kind of he walks in a direction that looks like he is walking towards the transport center, but he just kind of stands or he basically you kind of see him walk into the transport center, but you get a text message, Bobby, that basically says, "I'm going to stick in the area."
All right.
So Dolores kind of walks back to the seat, sees that Ferrus is kind of sitting there now, and just kind of you see Dolores just kind of sit there as like just kind of get confused for a moment. Like as she is approaching, but then as she does, you see she drops her bag and then goes to pick it up, which causes Joseph to kind of look up for a moment, and then she like goes and brushes off her bag, and then you see her make like a motion like rubbing her head just all of a sudden in the direction of Joseph, and you see her walk away towards the Welcome Inn, which is nearby the library.
It's obviously a signal.
Yeah, that's a signal.
That is like the most telegraphed signal I've ever seen.
Which, to be fair, that's because we're playing a game, and thus. But point is, we're following them now.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for them to be not look in my direction. I'm gonna go after them. I'm gonna tell everyone else I'm going after.
Are they both going off right now? And if so, are they both going in the same direction, or are they splitting off?
No, so she is walking away towards
She's walking away.
the welcome in, which is towards like behind the library.
All right, but he's still there.
He is still there. He waits though about like 5 minutes and then gets up. He's like, well, I better head towards the subway to go ahead and get back home. So he basically says, Ferrus, he's like, nice meeting you, and then just starts to walk towards the subway station.
I'll just kind of wave and just look away until they're not looking at me anymore.
Sort of make my way towards the inn.
Okay, so you're gonna head towards the inn?
Yeah.
And I'll also send a text message to Toby to see if he sees Joseph come through. And if not, like after like 5, however long it would take from him to get there by the time he leaves, to send a message so we know that he's heading over to the other spot.
Okay. So what else do the people want to do?
Because I'd be fine splitting up the party also at this point, going in for the trapdoor at this point with Iravia. Or what do you want to do? Do you want to follow or go for the trapdoor?
Fucking following is not Aravia's style. I'm going into that trapdoor and ripping it open.
Okay, yeah, I'll go into the trapdoor then as well. And then
I guess I'll follow them just so we have somebody doing that.
And then DM.
I'll go trapdoor as well.
Okay, so just to get everything straight, Aria, you're going to the inn?
Where's the trapdoor?
It's in the Thousand Voices Club. It's where Sarah sent the dream thing, or not the dream, but the memory thing to Yuhar. It's also where it's where also Daisy also saw it in the club.
Yeah. Nah, I'll let her off and I'll just follow the group.
Okay. Ferrus.
I guess I'm gonna follow.
You're gonna follow her to the inn?
I'm gonna follow Joseph and Dolores.
Well,
they're going
Joseph
in separate directions.
Yep.
Oh. I'm gonna follow Joseph then.
Okay. He is going into the transport center. By the time that he has gone in and you also get in, he is not really traceable because it's a pretty not labyrinthine, but you would have had to been right on him.
Okay. Do I know where Dolores went?
You saw her go in the path of the hotel.
Honestly, at this point, maybe I'm better off going to the trapdoor with everybody else.
So at this point, I would say it's around 10. Like around probably around 10. You actually get a text message from or basically let's see. You get a text message from Toby that's basically is like that essentially says like, okay, I'm gonna come back to the park real quick.
I'm gonna ask if he needs me there.
He says no, but if he just wants to reconvene just so he can figure out what everything's going on.
That's fine.
In that case, I'm gonna tell him I'm going with the others.
Toby's right there, so we can talk to him quickly before we walk off, so that's fine.
Yeah, I think at this point, everyone should probably just group up at the park real quick.
Yeah, let's just group up to make sure everyone's there, then we head in.
Yep.
Okay, so you all group up, and Toby's basically like, all right, so what all have you figured out so far?
Well, We found out that that damned diner is apparently the hotbed of spy activity.
We already knew that, though.
Found out the spies are all idiots.
That was easy to figure out.
We found out that a mouse lady by the name of Marcy was the one handling the receiving device for the bugs.
You can talk to Radio. We've got her doing back traces on that.
Yes, maybe bring that bug I gave you over to her.
All right.
So as you're aware, there's a mysterious trapdoor in the 1000 Whatevers Club.
Yes, the one Tassin's ass got caught in.
There's a what?
Yeah, a mystery trapdoor. Yuhar, you saw it, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw it. I got the passcode, so, or at least some code for it that I've forgotten. The Canadian Secret Service was doing a bust trying to do something into the discotheque. So,
Well,
Might
it was a drug bust.
yeah, it was a drug bust, but we don't. Again, don't go after the owners for that one. That's just a bunch of idiots. It's nothing actually serious.
Just a bunch of idiots in a basement smoking weed.
It's not even the good stuff.
No,
you
it's
see Toby just kind of looking kind of around, just kind of like, okay, you see him also pull out a notebook and he's just starting to write stuff down.
Oh,
Also, I'm not
and most
allowed in the
importantly-
diner anymore.
Yes, well,
I'm gonna look at
already
Iravia and
knows
ask
that.
if she's allowed anywhere.
I'm allowed in a lot of places. I'm very well behaved.
So why aren't you allowed in the diner anymore?
Don't worry about it.
Bobby says to Toby, and the most important thing to note is that Bobby's Burger's food remains far superior than Tom's.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares, Bobby.
Anyway, so considering that we do know that, yes, we got also that basically there's a bunch of spies, but basically someone brought the KGB in to try and fight off the CIA and Canada's spy agency. I forget their name.
Not realizing that it just meant more spies.
Yeah. So we don't have any concrete of like who the spies are. We've been checking through most things, but we're going to be heading into that trapdoor because that was the main location where the receiver that we found was pointing to. So
Its mysteries speak to me.
There could be anything in there. It could be
There
a
could
boat.
be anything in there. No. Could be bodies though. I don't know if they do that club.
any other questions, Toby?
As he's doing this, you see he's just kind of looking up at the club, just kind of trying to get like parse everything together. You see him open his eyes, and he just kind of looks. He looks at the diner like a window, and he goes, "Yeah, I got a question. What's that light doing up there?" And he just points to the direction of the thing. Someone do whoever wants to roll a hard perception check.
Oh boy, hard perception. I love perception.
it.
I perceive like a champ.
We're all gonna roll.
Okay.
Okay, so DM, you rolled a failure and a threat.
God damn it.
Carnival, you rolled 2 failure and a threat.
Can I give it a shot?
Yeah,
Yep. Carnival, or Yuhar, you rolled a advantage.
Holy
Ferrus,
shit.
you rolled 2 successes and 2 advantages.
Shit, I forgot the purples. I'm sorry. Let me go and roll 3 purples now.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
So it still works. It still works. It would have been a successes. Okay, so Ferrus, you happen to see, looking at, because it's windows all surrounding the open door. You occasionally see a flickering of light that looks like almost like a flashlight up there, and it's just about the time of where Sarah mentioned that you probably should open the door.
I'm just gonna. Sorry.
Well, Toby, we gotta go. We got some exploring to do, and guys, I can launch us all with telepathy to move us at high speed. So who's up for that?
You can just
I
watch
can
there.
just hoof it.
Like you're like less than a block away from both places.
I
Fine.
can just hoof it.
It's not the new system yet. You don't get the plus 1D for being flashy.
Fine.
Okay, so now that we know that, Aria, which place are you gonna go? Are you gonna go to the club, or are you gonna go into the open door?
I want to go investigate the trapdoor.
All right, Ferrus,
I guess I'll go with them.
Yuhar.
Gonna go to the open door because someone needs to go there.
All right, Bobby,
Guess I'll go with Yuhar.
Iravia.
I mean, where's the open door?
That's
It's
the
the
restaurant.
diner.
Oh, it's actually a place.
It's also closed at the moment.
Oh, breaking and entering.
I mean, you're breaking and entering into either place.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know, but it's different.
Well, look at it this way. We're gonna bring Toby with us, and the cops isn't gonna make it fun.
Yeah, also I need to know what's inside the trap door, so I'm going for the trap door.
I guess
Okay.
we're gonna have Toby come with Yuhar and Bobby.
Yep.
Hey, Toby.
Okay, so we're gonna do the open door first because it'll be probably shorter. Okay, so Toby basically has a skeleton key that he can get into any door in basically the city. And
Oh, it's fucked.
Yeah, that's
I mean they're all government buildings, essentially.
the whole
So-
city.
Okay, opened up a lot, especially like government buildings.
So he's not getting into Bobby's places.
So yeah, he can get into like the place. Also is like the welcome center for the city, so that would have like you can get access to that. So as you walk in, basically the welcome center part is just pitch black. Like there's no lights on, and you have a choice. Do you want to take the elevator or the stairs up?
Hey, Yuhar, why don't you just launch everyone up?
Are you offering?
Yeah, just launch them through the ceiling.
It's fine, I'm not
Or
there.
Which would you rather take?
Probably both to cover both bases.
Yuhar will take the stairs.
I'm gonna take the
Bobby,
stairs. I don't want anyone messing with the elevator while we're in it.
I
You're not with us.
thought that because I thought you were going with the.
Right, I'm sorry, I got mixed up for a second.
No worries. So yeah, Toby is also going to go up the stairs. So Bobby, you're going up the elevator.
Yeah.
So I'll just say that. So you get up the stairs, trying to be. You go up the stairs trying to be quiet. Toby, as part of his gear, has a flashlight with him, so he can he's going up like he has a flashlight with you. I don't think. Do you have?
I don't think so.
I was just saying, it would having a flashlight make sense on you?
I have a phone, so
Sure. We'll just use that. So you both are going through your flashlights, looking in, and as you walk into the side thing, you are able to open the door there, and get in. And as you walk in, you kind of can walk in a few steps, and you see you basically see the flashlights, and you hear some whispering going on.
Where's this?
Up in the restaurant.
All right.
You see two silhouettes with flashlights kind of whispering towards each other, looking at underneath the tables.
okay. At this point, Yuhar is gonna draw their gun and just not being ready to fire, but just like have it ready.
But I would say as you open the door, the elevator like dings so that Bobby is up there now. And you see them kind of hide in a corner.
So, standard
Bobby.
perimeter sweep.
As you also raise the gun, Toby just kind of gives you the hand. It's like, not right now.
I'm sorry, I had to step away for a second. I just hear as you raise the gun.
Shit's going wild in the restaurant.
Okay, fine. Yuhar holsters the gun.
So Bobby, I also take it. At this point, as you see them kind of scurry along, Toby kind of takes, kind of points the door to, or the flashlight towards the elevator, and just kind of points it at Bobby, and just kind of points it at a light switch.
Bobby nods his head and like quickly heads over there quietly, and he doesn't turn it on, but he has his hand at the ready to turn it on.
Okay.
He also has his gun out too.
Toby just kind of basically kind of looks at you as like Toby just kind of has a look of like, geez, it's just not, we don't know what to, and it just kind of like whatever, and just kind of.
Well, Bobby will just roll his eyes and motion for him to take out his gun too.
Toby just kind of looks as like, just kind of looks at you, like, he just kind of looks at you and just kind of goes over and tries to, basically starts to look around, like, and just kind of points towards the corner.
All right, I guess at this point, Yuhar will start to slowly walk in. I guess is that the plan then?
Yep.
All right, Yuhar walks in, gun in hand, ready to go, and just slowly but surely walks into the area, looking in the directions and just trying to keep an eye out, just for waiting for any sign of movement.
All right. Do a average perception check with one setback die, because it's still kind of dark and you're kind of have a very limited focus.
Damn.
Okay, so you rolled one failure. So you don't see anything specifically. Toby also just kind of goes in the area and just kind of looks around. He just kind of also is looking around. He kind of like goes into around the corner where he thinks he sees him, and then he kind of stops for a moment and looks under one of the tables, and just kind of look like he sees something, and just kind of looks like you see him kind of pass the flashlight over one particular thing, and then you just kind of see him have a look of confusion on his face. He basically kind of looks to Yuhar, and he's like, you look like he's like a lot more relaxed, and he just kind of looks, and he just kind of points it, and just kind of like, he makes a motion of like, just put it down. And you see him walk over to one of the tables.
Okay, Yuhar keeps his hand on his gun. I mean, they're gone, but they keep their hand, like, when it's in their holster, it's there for ready to go quick draw.
You also, Toby also kind of looks back to Bobby and just motions to flick the lights on.
All right, Bobby will do so.
The lights kind of flicker on, like the fluorescent lights. Yuhar, what you can see right by the table that Toby is standing by, you see two shapes underneath it. Both of them look. You can see one of the shapes looks like a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. The other one looks like a dress.
Oh, god damn it. All right, see ya. Just leaves.
Wait, you leave what?
It's just gets ready to walk out the restaurant at this point. Just ruin some people's good night. Just feels bad. Feels bad.
Well, also the thing is, you can see the heads also attached to them, which
Okay.
is that's not what they're doing.
Yeah, who is it?
So you see, a actually, I don't know if Yuhar would have seen them. You see a mouse lady with gray fur and relatively petite and short brown hair, and what looks like a hold on, let me get the description. A middle-aged white lady who is of average build with gray layered medium hair.
Not sure I know who that is.
And you hear Toby say, ladies, may I ask what you're doing? To which they kind of shake their, like, they're just kind of stunned. Is like, to which the older lady is like, look, we didn't steal anything. We weren't doing any harm. We just are doing something for some research.
Bobby will walk over to there, take a look at Marcy and then takes a look at Marcy and then says to Toby, "This here is what I believe found your one of your spies right here. Don't know who this one is." Motions at the other one.
Cool tech. Cool tech. Who paid for it?
The older lady's like, spy, like, look, the lady just kind of gets up out of the thing, is like, all right, I guess I can't really, he kind of got me pegged. It's my idea. I put this young lady up to it, and I had her kind of help me with some help with research for a book. To which she also explains, sorry, my name is Martha. I write books, and I kind of was
the author. Huh. Here, I thought we'd cleared you.
Man, I keep missing on the action on these decisions.
So, do you mind explaining then why your research involved placing bugs all around this here restaurant?
I wanted to see if something was possible.
Which was?
To see if I wanted to see how capable these listening devices were, and how clear the signal out of it could be.
And you couldn't just put that in a concert hall? A public concert hall instead?
Well, the thing is, here you could at least get. It is a semi-public area, so that I could hear. I wanted to see that people would be having conversations all around, and I wanted to see how clear I could pick up a conversation.
I get that. There are better spots.
And perhaps my choice of location wasn't the greatest.
That's an understatement.
But honest, I wasn't like planning on using this for information. I was just testing equipment.
And the fact that your bugs got found out several times over didn't tip you off that you should maybe stop?
Well, we were going to try and actually see if we could find if maybe they fell or something.
All of them? Twice?
Well, also I was trying to do a second run. Trying to put them in more clear locations. Or more hidden locations.
Bobby will just stand there for a moment, considering things and then he grabs a napkin off the table, writes down Baron's number, address for his office, and hands it to Martha and says, "I suggest going and seeing the gentleman there."
Yeah, you'll fit right in. And Yuhar is gonna grab some whiskey from the restaurant, put down and before Toby says a thing, Yuhar puts down the money for the price of the whiskey that they were about to drink, and then just starts to walk over to the Thousand Voices.
All right. Toby just kind of sits there. It just kind of is like, just kind of stands there for a moment. Is like, okay, we have. Okay, so listen, ladies. I hope you don't plan on making a scene out or like trying to run off. We have both. Like, we have your information. If you would be so kind, it would kind of help. You really can't. You're breaking into public property for technically espionage. So what I would highly recommend you do is just sit right here. Just head home, actually, and some friends from my department will be wanting to have a discussion with you. There really isn't any point in running away, as it will be. If you cooperate, it will be a lot easier on everyone. To which they just kind of nod and just kind of leave.
Well, Bobby will sit down at the booth with Toby then and say, well, this went in a direction I wasn't expecting. All this spy shit going on here, and it was just a really mundane explanation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this has happened before. Out
Like
of
every
character.
campaign.
Foreshadowing.
Well, I suppose that's case closed.
Not yet, actually.
Well, case closed on that.
And he just kind of goes, yep. I guess let's go see what's this Thousand Voices Club is going about.
Might as well. And yeah, then Bobby will head over there too.
Yep. And Toby will join as well.
Real quick, where am I again?
You are going to be heading to the Thousand Voices Club. So that
Okay.
what's happening at the same time as what's about to happen is because now we're going to head over to the Thousand Voices Club, which right now it is Aria, Ferrus, and Iravia who are going to the club. As they walk towards the front of the club, they you see that the door is locked. Or the door actually, like, it's all closed and it looks you see like a lock and chain on the door.
Okay.
No late night shows for them, I guess.
I mean, I have a key, but you don't want me to use it.
Well, you all get to the door and you see how the thing is.
Look, I'm just saying, I have a key. You don't want me to use it.
The thing you will see about it is the chain around the door handle looks like it's in a very weird like position. Like, it's not like most other ways when you would like put the chain around the door.
What does that mean?
Try jiggling. So, do you want to touch the chain?
You know what? Yeah, I'll touch the poop.
You go and grab the chain, and you realize you could just slip it off. That the
Security
chain
here
is
sucks.
kind of there just for appearances.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just pull it off and cast it aside.
All right. So now you can walk into the door. Or the door doesn't look like it's locked.
All right, open the door and walk in.
Oh man, have either of you broken and entered before?
Well, I mean, we're not really breaking anything. We're just entering.
Look, it's not about breaking something physically. It's about breaking in.
I'll just look at them and just kind of shrug and say, not anywhere that people actually live in.
I may
Well-
have. Have you ever heard of this thing called urbex?
Okay, but people don't live there. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. See, I do this all the time, actually. Aravia says, just rushing on ahead.
All right. So you actually can see that there is some lighting going on, like some not emergency lighting, but it's kind of ambient lighting
Hmm.
that looks like you can kind of walk around.
So I said it was the back behind the stage, right?
Yes.
It looked like it was in that area.
Also, I was confirming with them.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then let's get a move on.
Yep.
Okay. So you go into the room that has a bunch of tables in it. The tables are like the chairs are all put up on the tables like you would at like when you were like not like when the restaurant's closed. And you see that the room is mostly dark, with the exception of a you see with the exception of a portion of the stage is has a spotlight kind of pointed at it.
You know, this feels almost too easy.
Anybody else feel like we're being watched?
I will say ever since that we started doing this job,
Yeah, why don't you give a go at it?
What, get up on stage?
Yeah, go see what's up.
I will shrug and I will go up there if they're telling me to do it.
Yeah. You're the performer.
I will say that I don't really think of myself as a performer, more like an educator.
You still perform for the camera.
I'm just going to give Iravia a look and just go up there.
Okay, so you go up there, and you just kind of you just kind of get up there and you don't see anything particular, at least at first glance. Do me a favor and uh, um, do a average perception check.
Okay, that's 2 purples, right?
That is 2 purples. That is a success and a triumph.
God damn.
So you see that part of the stage is cut out like a square. And it has looks like a little notch you can kind of get your like thumb into and just kind of lift up a panel. And you see that on the floor.
I'm going to tell everybody that and show them where the panel is.
Oh boy. I think we found it. And Aravia's just gonna head on over the stage to go check out the panel.
Aria follows.
Okay. We're gonna say that takes about 10 minutes so that the other 3 are walking in right as you find it.
I will kind of motion over at everyone else coming in and tell them I found something on the stage I want to check out.
Aravia's gonna rip it open.
All right. So you rip over the panel and you see a numpad.
Hey Yuhar, what was the code again?
Yuhar's not there.
I thought Yuhar just got here.
You just got there, but
Oh, he
Carnival
did?
was in here.
What?
Yeah,
You-
I'm here. Sorry,
there
I
we go.
had
Yo, Yuhar, what was the code again?
2. It's in the chat things. Let me go find it.
The lore channel.
I forgot it.
It did start with 2.
246584.
Yeah, 246584. There, yeah.
Aravia's just gonna pound that in.
All right. So when you do that, a section of the wall that was originally baffling, like
It
the
was pretty
little sound,
baffling, yeah.
the sound proofing, like
Yes.
to try and do reverb, starts to lift,
Oh jeez.
and there is a staircase leading downstairs.
Well, love me some basements, let's go.
Time for more weed.
Aravia is gonna just lead the way down the stairs.
I go with them.
So, there the staircase leading down is partially lit, and you basically it kind of is a winding path, going down. That looks like it is going basically directly underneath where you are. And as you kind of go in there, you can see that it is a I'm just trying to think. It is a mostly unfinished storage area, with the exception of there being a. If you were remembering where the there is a room to the left that you can hear music being played there.
Just go towards it.
There is a door. There is a beaded door going in. And let's see. There is
doorway.
A beaded doorway, and I'm just trying to think. You see in front of it, front of the man, or the front of the door, Rock, the Pika man, who is referred to as the Mouse Man, who just who is basically just standing there.
I'm guessing
actually, no, actually, how about this? You don't see anyone in front of the door, because it makes more sense if I do this.
Okay. Well, Iravia will motion everyone to slow down as you're going down the stairs.
Toby will just kind of like slow down and is like, okay, I don't remember this having a storage area underneath it. I thought the storage room was upstairs.
Are they even allowed to have this?
No, they aren't.
So I am in the right.
Yeah, something's not right.
And just Iravia has just a shit-eating grin on her face.
Toby just kind of is like, okay. Did you get... Toby turns to Yuhar and is like, okay, Yuhar, you said that someone gave you a vision of this place?
Yes.
What was she doing?
Talking to this person. Oh wait, I still have the thing, and I'll just wait. Can I send it to Toby, or does Magic Bane thing would not work?
It probably will not.
Okay. Can you just? I forget the exact specifics, but Yuhar is going to tell Toby the vision.
So basically, if I remember correctly, Sarah was wearing, like, essentially we could see her wearing that she was wearing some sort of trench coat kind of deal and getting some money from Rock.
Right.
And you described that to him. He's just like, okay, I have a feeling that something here is going to be incredibly stupid.
Good. I need incredibly stupid after what happened at the restaurant, and Yuhar gets their gun out.
Wow, we will not this time.
Iravia is just gonna crack her knuckles.
Okay, I got to think about how I want to phrase it. Okay, so you see a beaded doorway that's leading into someplace that you can hear the music. Is there anything you want to do?
Are there any chairs near the beaded doorway?
There is one in front.
I will grab it, and I will hurl it the fuck through.
Okay, before the chair breaks down the door.
It's not
there
a
is
door.
no door.
It's a doorway.
Okay.
It is a doorway that has beads hanging through it.
All right. Kind of like make a knowledge society check or something to know what's going on here. Like if this is like some underground party or something.
You know what? Sure, actually, make a. You know what? Actually, considering the things that I know about your character going forward, roll a boost die for a hard knowledge society check.
All right, hard. I All right.
Okay, so it is 3 successes and a threat. The music that you hear, then you have heard this type of music before. The music that you would hear is very stereotypically porny.
Oh no.
Bobby.
Very much something you would hear maybe in a strip club.
Ferrus will
Bobby.
kind of look at the others and say it's not too late to just pretend we hadn't been here.
No.
No.
I need this.
Bobby, the moment he hears the music, cracks a smile and will place a hand on Aravia's shoulder and say, "Hold off on the Charon, friend. You might need it later, but not for now."
I've been denied all fucking day.
Oh, trust me, this will be much better.
Okay, I'm keeping the chair though.
Okay.
Remember, the second things go south, I am going apeshit.
Do you want to do anything before you enter the doorway?
I ready my gun just to be safe.
Yeah, let's roll.
Okay. Okay. So who wants to enter first?
Bobby will go first.
But I'll follow in tow.
I'll be
Same.
right behind.
And I'll be behind everyone else.
Bobby, just this giant line of people. Everyone's weapons drawn except for Bobby, who knows what's actually going on.
I mean,
And
look,
also-
fucking Iravia is supposed to look like the muscle. The rest of these idiots, I don't know.
And also
Toby in the back,
Toby in the back,
wide-eyed.
just like, okay, so you all walk in to this room. The room is a very small performance area that probably could fit about maybe 50 people. It's like very much a private kind of like venue. There's like chairs almost. It's like the room is kind of very much like this. There is a stage on it. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. It's kind of like there's like a little, like, if you think about like the square of a stage, but there's like a dip that kind of goes into the center of it, like a little round area that some chairs can kind of go around it.
All right.
You see, going in there, you see about 10 or so people of various, like, they are very much middle-aged men, mostly. Actually, it is pretty much entirely middle-aged men of various races, like rabbit people and like that. And Bobby, especially for you, you find something particularly amusing for you.
So it's a fellow middle-aged man.
Yes, actually, you see Rock. However, he is in a state that you had not seen him before. You see him on his knees in his underpants, standing or in the middle of the little round area, right next to Sarah, who is wearing a rather revealing magician's costume.
What the
Bobby.
fuck?
Aravia's just gonna start breaking down laughing her ass off.
No, at this point, it's just like you are just also just they're like, okay, this makes up for the other disappointments today.
So this is where they hold this, says Bobby quietly.
Sarah sees your entrance, and you see the other men just kind of the other men that were there. You see you see a couple people with their guns drawn, and like basically also someone in a DPAS uniform. They haul ass outside of the room, or try to haul ass past you.
You're not getting past this line of people is the issue.
Yeah.
So they try and run. They try and move past.
At this point, can I say Yuhar just sends a quick big message of no one's getting in trouble here. Just
You can try. I don't think it's gonna work.
Okay,
Robbie's
sure. I'm gonna try.
hunched over, hands on her knees, wheezing right now.
So basically, what the hell would I even do for this check?
It's just a wall of people trying to stop them.
Try leadership.
Oh, I was sending a telepathic message to everybody in the.
Okay. Try doing a telepathy check that is crap. That is make it hard.
Okay, I'm also gonna spend a point at this because it's like we're at the end. This is fine.
Make it hard, much like them.
Is that necessary?
Yes,
Yes.
actually.
Yes.
Hardest 3 purple, right?
Yes.
And I think hard is a large group of middle-aged men.
Okay, you got a success and a advantage. So at this point, you see, like, you get the message, and they just kind of all look confused for a second, and then they all just kind of sit down. And at this point, Sarah just kind of looks at your group and is like, and just like, "Welcome to the show."
Ravi is just fucking dying right now.
What a show it has been tonight, I guess. And just at this point, is there any alcohol available?
You took that entire bottle of whiskey or
Oh,
whatever.
good, I
it was.
did. Good, I did break. So I find some glasses here and just start pouring a shot out and like just send a shot over to Iravia. You want a drink?
I'm gonna ask for one too.
Sure. Here, everybody have a nice drink. Toby, come on, just have a load off at this point.
Toby just kind of raises his hand as like, not now. I need to figure things.
Phone, right?
What was that?
So I can take pictures with my phone, right?
Probably not with this technology.
Yeah, let's say no.
Damn.
It's like
this.
early Nokia level technology.
Yeah, we have not quite gotten the picture phone yet.
Part of me was hoping to get a picture of all of these people and just keep it on the back of my pocket, but hey, well,
Take a mental picture.
I don't want to.
All right, just at this point, you are just gonna find the nearest open seat and just enjoy the night at this point because it's like, all right, whatever.
I was gonna say at this point, Sarah just kind of sits down right next to Rock, who is just still sitting there, and she just kind of sits as like, well, I suppose that I should probably explain what's going on, huh?
I will tell them yes, please.
Ravi,
That would be appreciated.
finally composed herself, just turns to Sarah with a shit-eating grin.
Sarah just goes, well, you see here, this man right here, and she kind of slaps him on, or like does a little like cheek rub thing. This man here has been utilizing my services here because you see, he points to, or she points to him, is really upset with the way that this city's red light district laws work, and really wanted to have his cake and eat it too.
He wants
So
some cake, all right.
Sarah just gives you like a very sly smirk, and is like, you see here, Rock here wanted him and his friends to have some prime entertainment that they didn't have to go downtown and get spotted for. And he's been doing this for, let's say, Sarah looks at him, looks at Rock, and basically tells him to, why don't you tell us how long? And then you hear Rock say, about a year, like in a very drone voice. Um, and she
Aravia
says,
is just struggling to maintain her composure.
and yeah, see the thing about when you try and have people do their services, you want to make sure that they're paid adequately. And Mr. Rock here has been not exactly paying up as much as he should, so he doesn't get to have his fun anymore.
At this
Which is
point,
why-
Yuhar is going to say, always happy to help the working class.
And Sarah goes over to you, or looks over at Yuhar, and just gives them a smile. And he goes, at the cafe, usually you can get good money out of having people get humiliated like that in front of a public space.
I mean, look, just saying, I do it for free. Then I get booted, but
Sarah just kind of looks and just kind of smirks.
No, Yuhar's also just laughing at this.
What I'm saying is I can't go back to the diner.
It's fine. We can probably patch things over.
I mean, it's not my kind of place anyway.
Fair enough.
So Sarah just kind of looks at your group and just kind of goes, and yeah, this is what's been going on over here. Yeah, so this has been happening.
Thank you. This is some of the funniest shit I've seen in a good while.
Yeah, no, this made my day. Thanks, Sarah.
I will whisper to the others, at least it's not another drug bust.
Okay, the drug
Bobby
bust
will-
was lame.
Bobby will just chuckle when Ferrus says that.
So yeah, and Sarah's like, well, there you have it. Here's and then kind of walks over to Toby, is like, yeah, I didn't realize that we'd get the cops here, but hey, Mr. If you want to know, he has kind of been behind all this. If you want me to help, I can assist you in any way I possibly can.
Bobby will clap Toby on the shoulder and says, "Don't worry, the officer here will get things sorted. Unless, of course, those pants are tearaway and he wants to get involved."
Toby just kind of looks at you for a moment, slightly confused, but also realizing kind of sort of what he mentioned, just kind of shoots you a kind of uninterested look.
And also at this, and then Yuhar will come around and just like, come on. Without the help of this expert witness here, we would have never been able to find this betrayal of this example of
debauchery.
This example of capitalistic scheming.
Gross place.
Yep. So Toby just kind of coughs and just says, well, I don't know what to do quite yet. I'm going to go make a phone call real quick. And he just kind of looks at the group. Make sure no one leaves real quick.
Got it, coach.
We got that one.
And he just kind of goes there, is like, thanks, and then just backs out of the room.
Just Iravia stands up and brandishes a chair.
And then also Yuhar takes out the revolver and just puts it on the table.
Aria's been holding their gun since we walked in.
Three of them just take the Charlie's Angels pose.
Okay, I got the computer up. I hate typing these things out. All right. DPass after investigation report for incident 132. Let me get this right. 032009. Written by Sergeant Tobias Moon, aka Thinking Rabbit. Incident. Thomas Wilder finds recording devices found at establishment of which he has guardianship over, which is the opening door in Welcome Square. Investigation. Looking into the matter, found two people, Miss Marcy Petunia and Mrs. Martha Boyer, and found that they had planted the devices. The reason given by Boyer was that she was seeing if she could, 1, actually plant the devices, which she said was something that someone in her book did, and 2, see if she could find gossip that could serve as plot points in said book. Boyer takes responsibility for Petunia's actions, as she puts slight pressure on Miss Petunia, as she was a fan of Boyer's work. Resolution. Both Mrs. Boyer and Miss Petunia are now banned from entering the open door for 2 years. Both have also apologized to Mr. Wilder in person, to which Mr. Wilder found satisfactory. Let's see. As Miss Petunia has had no prior criminal record, she will be put on probation for 3 months, which should be expunged from her record should probation not be violated. Mrs. Boyer has been requested to return back home to her home country of America and not return to the CSN for at least 1 year. Okay, that's that one done. Sub-Incident Report A. Incident. Ember Kingfisher using basement of establishment he has guardianship over, which is the Dancing Queen, found in Welcome Square, for holding unregistered drugs and related paraphernalia. How do you spell paraphernalia? I think that's how you spell it. Okay. Investigation. Mr. Kingfisher has admitted that he was helping a local chapter of the Cassiopeia group by letting them use his basement as a storage place in exchange for membership into the group. He sought membership to help with anxiety issues he was suffering from. A search of the basement did come up with some illicit material. However, no evidence was found that this material was actually used and that the material was stored in a way that was for long storage periods rather than for immediate distribution and use. Mr. Kingfisher explained that he was helping them out, as the group is currently in the middle of becoming an officially sanctioned religious group in the city. The group also noted to him that when the group kept the material in public storage, that there were incidents of burglary, meaning for them to find a more, how do I phrase it? Let's try secure location. Okay. However, it appears that Nova Britannian intelligence has been looking into target Mr. Kingfisher due to the storage of the material and helping them out with the storage and just helping the group in general. I'm trying to think of the phrase that. Okay, that should be good. That they were trying to target Mr. Kingfisher as they, CSIS, C-SIS, I think that's CSIS, had thought he had been some sort of ringleader for the group. I think that's good. Okay. Resolution. Due to his cooperation and lack of evidence that he had done nothing to help other than store material and to prevent it from being stolen, we find no reason to charge Mr. Kingfisher with any sort of infraction. Additionally, additional security has been deployed to Welcome Square to help thwart any potential harm caused to Mr. Kingfisher by any CSIS agent. Note, in this investigation, one potential CSIS intelligence person has been found by the name of Dolores Clare. Interrogation and investigation is currently pending. Okay, that's that incident. All right, this one. Sub-Incident Report B. Incident. Rock Glen failing to disclose basement in Thousand Voices Club, as well as using basement to provide unauthorized sexual services of a... How do I phrase this? Let's call her Speed. Gotta be professional. Let's just say professional. Okay. Investigation. Upon investigation into a possible link between the recording devices found at the open door, see main incident, and the Thousand Voices Club, Mr. Glenn was found to be hosting a gathering of people centered around the central services of one Miss Sarah LeBrec. It was, in fact, Mrs. LeBrec who gave us the tip regarding Mr. Glenn hosting gatherings, and upon interrogation of Miss LeBrec, further investigation rather, she had claimed that Mr. Glenn had been using her services for well over a year. When Mr. Glenn was interrogated, he had admitted that he had been hosting these events at his club, that he had guardianship over to skirt regulation about where such professional sexual services could be attained within the city. He also admitted that he did not disclose the basement he found due to trying to hide these events. Okay. Resolution. Guardianship of the Thousand Voices Club has been withdrawn from Mr. Glenn. Furthermore, he is no longer allowed to achieve guardianship of any property within the Steinwald for at least 5 years. Okay. Due to her cooperation, Miss LeBrec shall receive no penalty or sanction outside of a warning that she would like to provide whatever services that she would provide of a sexual nature in a professional way, I guess, that she should go through the proper channels for it. A financial investigation into her finances found that she was using, due to the fact that she was using money obtained through Mr. Glenn, had gone to women's charities in the United States and Nova Britannia, and that she was not using it for personal gain, that no other penalty shall be applied, and no seizure of income shall be done. Okay, I think that's it. Okay. End of incident report. Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you would like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter, and if you would like to get to know me more from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.